Some of Hollywood's biggest stars found true love only after years of heartbreak, failed relationships, or simply waiting for the right person to come along. From secret romances to whirlwind weddings later in life, these stories prove it's never too late for love. And wait until you see the couple who didn't meet until their 70s. Before we begin, which celebrity couple do you think is the most inspiring love story? Drop your guess in the comments, and let's see if they make our list. George Clooney and Amal Clooney. Once Hollywood's most famous bachelor, George met human rights lawyer Amal Alamuddin in 2013, and everything changed. They married in 2014 in Venice, and George has said Amal made him believe in love and marriage again. Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness. Meeting on the set of an Australian TV drama in 1995, Hugh and Deborah Lee tied the knot the following year. Their age gap never mattered, and their decades-long marriage is a rarity in Hollywood. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Tom met Rita on the set of Bosom Buddies, but it wasn't until a few years later that romance bloomed. Married in 1988, they've stood by each other through personal challenges and career highs. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington. They first met on the set of a TV movie in the late 70s and married in 1983. Denzel often credits Pauletta's unwavering support for his success. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. After meeting on the set of Green Lantern, they married in 2012. Known for their playful humor and down-to-earth approach to fame, they've built a beautiful family together. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. Nicole met Keith in 2005, and they were married the following year. Their deep connection and shared values have carried them through nearly 2 decades of marriage. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. After a high-profile split in 2004, they reunited in 2021 and married in Las Vegas in 2022. Their rekindled romance became one of Hollywood's most talked-about love stories. Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. Introduced by Sarah's brother, they married in 1997 and have remained one of New York's most grounded celebrity couples. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Though they've never married, Goldie and Kurt have been together since 1983. Their long-lasting bond is built on laughter and mutual respect. Salma Hayek and François-Henri Pinault. Salma met the French billionaire in her 40s, and they married in 2009. Despite their glamorous lifestyle, they keep much of their family life private. Chris Hemsworth and Elsa Pataky. The two met through mutual friends in 2010 and married later that same year. Over a decade later, they remain one of Hollywood's most adored couples. Barbra Streisand and James Brolin. Meeting in the late 90s, both in their 50s, they married in 1998 and have shared more than 2 decades of love. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. With a significant age gap, they married in 2000 and have weathered numerous challenges while raising their children. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham. Together since 1986, Oprah and Stedman have built a life of mutual independence and deep respect without ever feeling the need to marry. Meryl Streep and Dawn Gummer. They wed in 1978 after a brief courtship and spent over 40 years together before separating quietly. Julia Roberts and Daniel Moder. They met on the set of The Mexican in 2000 and married 2 years later, building a family largely out of the public eye. Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson. Married since 1980, Samuel credits LaTanya's guidance for helping him stay grounded and focused. Pierce Brosnan and Keely Shea Smith. After losing his first wife, Pierce met Keely in 1994. They married in 2001 and remain inseparable. Sting and Trudy Styler. Married since 1992 after nearly a decade together, Sting and Trudy credit shared passions for their lasting connection. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. They met in 1994 when Jada auditioned for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and married in 1997. Despite public ups and downs, they remain united. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, childhood co-stars on That 70s Show, they reconnected years later and married in 2015. Matthew McConaughey and Camilla Alves. They met in 2006 and married in 2012, blending Hollywood charm with family-focused living. Neil Patrick Harris, and David Burtka. Together since 2004, they married in 2014 and are raising twins, Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick. They met on a PBS production in the 80s and married in 1988, becoming one of Hollywood's most enduring couples. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. The two began dating in 2004 and married in 2008, becoming one of the most visible same-sex couples in entertainment. John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. They met on the set of John's music video in 2006 and married in 2013. Their candidness about love and family has earned them millions of fans. David Beckham and Victoria Beckham. They met in 1997 at the height of their fame and married in 1999. 2 decades later, they remain a global power couple. Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher. They met at a party in Sydney in 2001, married in 2010, and now live largely outside of Hollywood's chaos. LeBron James and Savannah James, high school sweethearts. They married in 2013 and have built a strong family alongside LeBron's NBA career. Paul McCartney and Nancy Shevell. Paul married Nancy in 2011, years after losing his first wife, Linda. Josh Brolin and Catherine Boyd. Josh married his former assistant, Catherine, in 2016, and they now share 2 children, Kurt Russell and Season Hubley. Before Goldie, Kurt was married to actress Season Hubley in the 70s and 80s, a reminder that life can offer new chapters in love. Warren Beatty and Annette Bening. They met on the set of Bugsy in 1991 and married the following year, settling into family life after Warren's bachelor days. Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen. Meeting on the set of Pontiac Moon, they married in 1995 and have been inseparable since. Dennis Quaid and Laura Savoy. With a significant age gap, Dennis married PhD student Laura Savoy in 2020, proving love can come unexpectedly. Helen Mirren and Taylor Hackford. They met in 1985 and married in 1997, building a relationship on mutual respect and admiration. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. After calling off their 2003 engagement, J.Lo and Ben found their way back to each other nearly 2 decades later. In 2022, they married in Las Vegas, proving second chances in love are real. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. With a 25-year age gap, the pair met in 1998 and wed in 2000. They've weathered challenges but remain united after more than 2 decades. Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham. Together since the mid-1880s, Oprah and Stedman have never married but have built a lifelong partnership defined by independence and mutual respect. Meryl Streep and Don Gummer. Meryl married sculptor Don Gummer in 1978 after a whirlwind romance, and they spent over 40 years together before quietly separating in recent years. Julia Roberts and Daniel Moder. They met on the set of The Mexican in 2000 when Julia was in her 30s. Married since 2002, they've built a life away from Hollywood's spotlight. Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson. The two met in college and married in 1980. Samuel often credits LaTanya for keeping him grounded and focused during the early years of his career. Pierce Brosnan and Keely Shea Smith. After losing his first wife to cancer, Pierce met Keely in 1994. They married in 2001 and remained devoted to each other